Yeah, yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter.
That is irrelevant. All right. Well, shit, we can get to it, man. I don't know.
Yeah, welcome everybody.
Pick
Pick
apart
apart
the flick.
the flick. For
Yeah.
people who are unaware, this is our third episode.
Yes,
We've
sir.
been building as we've been going. It's been fun, I think. I think it's
Yeah,
been
man.
dope.
It's been super fun. I'm actually looking forward to see what we're gonna do for the next movies now, even though we're doing this today. It's like it gives me reasons to watch movies that I might not have watched. It gives me, you know how you make yourself sit down sometime, like, all right, let me make myself relax type shit. It's like that. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm like, all right, I have to like now I have to sit down for 2 hours and do nothing but watch this movie. It helps, man. You know how it go, man. You get busy and shit.
No, you're completely right. And this one specifically, we technically picked League of Their Own, which I've seen tons of times. I
Me too.
technically
Yeah.
probably wouldn't even needed to
Same.
watch it.
Same.
But then we also picked
42.
one that worked with it, 42, and me and you have never seen that.
Yeah, I thought,
And
and it's appropriate when we chose them. I didn't even think about the fact that baseball was starting, so it actually worked. I didn't like. I just League of Their Own just popped in my head. I think I saw somebody say something about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's cool. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And the baseball change rules is interesting. You know what I'm saying?
42 is a movie I've wanted to see for a long fucking time. I just for whatever reason,
Yeah.
I never got around to watching it.
Well, I'll be honest. I like Chadwick Boseman. I know so much about the Jackie Robinson story. I probably would have never watched the movie. I just felt like I don't need to. I know the story so inside and out. I read biographies when I was little. He was like a hero to me. So I didn't think I needed to watch it. But we'll see what I thought.
Yeah. We will see what
We
you
will
thought.
we will save the suspense.
So
Which one?
we
Which one you want to start with?
well, we usually actually no, we don't. We kind of switch it up anytime. So
Yeah.
I mean we could start with League of Their Own if you want.
Okay.
Nope.
I mean, yeah.
42. I mean, you made the face. So
Oh
42.
no, I didn't make a face. I think it froze. I didn't make a face. No, I was just. That's funny. I
I,
think it
I,
froze or something for a second.
I,
I didn't make a face.
I said League of Their Own. You did like,
Oh, who knows what that was, man? I got a tooth back here. Who knows? It could have been anything. I knew I got this tooth back here that sometimes you'll see me doing this. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with anything else. Just me fucking with that tooth. Ain't nothing wrong with the tooth. It needs to be taken out, but it ain't like painful. It ain't no cavity. It just needs to be taken out. And it's old. Anyway, long story.
yeah,
This isn't Ram's dentistry podcast. Anyway, I got good teeth. My teeth are straight. I'm just saying.
and
I just
that's
made
the
it seem like.
and that's the fucking clip right there.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, man. Like we said, we have both seen A League of Their Own a bunch. Um, I hadn't watched it in years though. It has been some years, but before that, I had seen it probably at least 20 times. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, let me ask you before we dive fully into the film. Have you watched any of the new series?
no,
So,
purposely though.
okay, so I watched, I think, 2 episodes. I think I watched
Yeah.
2 episodes and similar ideas, but they focus
Mm.
on a lot more things that are focused on today. So they bring in one of the main focal points in the series, just random
Yeah, I'm curious now. Yeah,
comparable.
yeah, yeah.
So one of the main focal points in the series that I got, like I said, I only watched 2 episodes. I wanted to get back,
Sure.
but I never ended up doing it. But
Okay.
one of the main players is a black woman.
Okay.
And
Is that historically accurate?
I don't know. That's the
Maybe
thing.
later because it did go for like 6 years after. So
Yeah,
maybe later on.
maybe. So they incorporated
Oh,
that, and then also one of the characters.
I hope it's not just some woke shit and it actually is
And
historically
see, it
accurate.
might be that, and that's what I was wondering if it was
That
because
would piss me off.
there was that, and then there was also like a homosexuality thing.
Okay, wait. Okay, so now we have to dive into the movie a little bit. And I'll say this. That's very interesting because if it's not historically accurate, those two things really piss me off. I hate it because it's like, look, I just want the shit to be what it was. With you know what I'm saying? It's like, would you put a like? It's like remaking Titanic and putting a gay character in there.
Yeah, it is.
You have no clue if there was a gay person on that boat. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah.
stop it, right? I mean, that's a horrible. I've never even seen Titanic. I just know what the movie's about. Anyway, and people in this fucking chat are gonna be like, "This nigga never seen Titanic." No, I refuse to back then. I refuse to now. Don't care. Facts. Fuck that movie. Leonardo DiCaprio. Every other movie's ever been in is better. I don't care what you tell me. I don't even need to see it. Done with that.
So
Make that the
Gilbert,
clip if you want.
Gilbert Grape is your shit.
It's better. Come on, man.
Actually, I like
His
Gilbert Grape.
acting, his acting is incredible in that.
I'm not even playing. I actually like Gilbert Grape,
I
but
wasn't a big fan, but I imagine it's better than Titanic.
uh, there's some scenes, man, in Titanic that are kind of cool.
I might watch it one day. I probably not. I'd have to be like lying on a deathbed, like fuck it, I ain't got no more movies to watch.
There's some scenes like the entire end scene where the ship sinks is completely fucked up. I mean, it's real fucked up.
Yeah, but yeah, okay. Fuck Titanic. I ain't talking about this shit. Here's the point. Here's the point I'm making. The cast in this movie is the point I was gonna get at. The cast is the only thing that surprised me going back and watching it. I forgot how good it was.
It was
and
good.
It was great. Like it was a great cast, and even all the way down to the son, the little kid that was annoying.
Yeah,
Even
yeah, yeah.
that actor you recognize from other shit, and I was like, oh
Yo,
yeah.
wait.
Right?
You're talking about when he's grown up and you meet.
Yeah,
Like,
at the end. At
yeah,
the
yeah,
end,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing about the homosexual character in the series. I remember watching that movie with I think at the time I was young teenager maybe. I don't remember. I think 12, 13, 14. I don't remember, but 15 maybe. Um, and my friend's mom at the time, she 100% alluded to like, well, yeah, of course, Madonna and the other girl are gay together. But then Madonna was this overly flirtatious, character. But she was like, no, it's obvious. Like that's what they were trying to signify that Rosie O'Donnell's character was gay. You know what I mean? And they were either gay together, that whole. But back then, I think she was supposed to seem gay in the movie. I don't know. I didn't write the fucking movie, but that's what people I think took from that. So it makes it very interesting now. Rosie O'Donnell's character. I'm sorry.
You think she was supposed to be seen as a gay woman in the movie?
Yeah, they just couldn't say it back then. You couldn't say that in box office.
What year did this come out again?
I want to say 91, but I can't. I don't. I have to look it up right now.
You can.
I looked it up before. Go ahead. And I'm saying, I'm not sure, but back then they wouldn't have said it necessarily. I'm not gonna say couldn't have said it. It was around the time when that shit started becoming a little more normal in Hollywood.
92 came out. 92.
Okay, so I was 14. So yeah, man, I think back then it was kind of inferred within the movie, and later on, obviously, we find out Rosie O'Donnell comes out, and who knows, you know what I'm saying? But that's interesting that the series took that on because it makes me wonder if it's something that they knew about that character. You know what I'm saying? And I could be totally fucking wrong. There might be people like, oh, random.
So then do you think the entire scene then where she talks about her shitty boyfriend, you think that that's a fabricated scene, that it's just
I think it's a cover up. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, I know. It's a weird theory, but I thought of that. See, her character was absolutely more, I don't want to say butch. That's not a fair statement. You know what I mean? But a little more,
And see the
crazy. She wasn't girly. You know what I'm saying?
And see, but the crazy thing, I remember seeing this for the first time. I saw it in the theater. I was up north.
Same.
I was up north. I think I was visiting like my grandparents up in Oshkosh or whatever.
Yeah,
I was up there, and
you
I
went to see it
remember
with the grandparents.
No. So this is the thing. Okay. So my grandma had some shit to do, and she was like, "Oh, you want to go see a movie?" And then they just dropped me at the fucking theater.
Yeah, that's how it was back in the day, baby.
And that's the movie. And that's the movie I saw. So I went to see that movie, because I thought it looked interesting, and at the time, I was kind of a Gina Davis fan a little bit. I thought she was cool in movies.
Yeah. Tom Hanks, obviously.
Tom Hanks, plus that was I don't remember if that was before or after Forrest Gump, but I
Oh,
remember seeing.
definitely after. Definitely after.
So I
Or no,
remember
excuse me. Definitely before.
it was before Forrest Gump.
100%. Yes.
Okay,
A couple years at least.
I remember um I super enjoyed Forrest Gump, and
That's my favorite movie of all time.
I like Tom Hanks
Yeah.
as that actor. So
Yeah.
yeah, crazy dope cast. But I remember being in the theater and I never had any of those ideas. And even watching it now, I didn't have any of those ideas about any of the female characters actually. Personally.
I got that from the Rosie O'Donnell character. And maybe it's only because you say that now, maybe it's in hindsight. But in looking at it as how the script went and how they kind of portrayed those characters, I thought it was crazy. Madonna's character was a wild character to me, looking back.
She was super crazy. But but at the same time, it was probably easy for her to play that though.
Oh, it was her, yeah, 100%. It was a Brooklyn chick.
Because that was Madonna.
That was her public persona. That's what, it almost seemed like they rewrote some of the role for her.
Yeah, like the whole dance scene is totally what I could see her doing in real life.
Yeah, yeah. And it's funny as her being from New York, it wasn't a hard sell. The accent's easy. You know what I'm saying? Which is funny because she didn't do the accent well. So I was like, well, she's from New York, but it seemed a little forced.
But at the same time, it depends because there's
what New Yorker you wanted to.
That's the thing. You don't know where from New York she is. You know
that's true. That's true. That's very true. But like I said, I loved it, man. I loved it again. I thought it was there were some things I forgot. You know what I'm saying? I forgot that Kit got traded. I totally forgot about that part of it.
Really? You forgot that?
Yeah, I told you it's probably been 10 years since I've seen it at least. But I had seen it a bunch before that. So it's been a while. But I forgot about Kit's character getting traded. I thought Kit's character was even better this many years later watching it. I love that character. That's my favorite character in the movie, probably. The underdog kind of thing and the way she kind of handled it. I thought Tom Hanks' character was just fucking hilarious still. Like, that holds up. That whole character holds up. Like, he ain't give a shit. He's in the dugout hat, like whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Dog, the fucking 2-minute piss? Come on, son.
Yeah.
How you just gonna walk into a woman's locker room and take a 2-minute piss? That's the craziest shit ever in life.
A long one too, and talking to him and everything like it ain't no big deal.
They're like, time it. This is longest piss ever.
I thought,
shut up, Doris. Shut up, Doris.
Okay. Here's one thing I thought it was real crazy that I definitely never noticed, and it comes from living in Wisconsin after the fact. When they started listing the teams, Racine, Kenosha, what they say, Rockford, Peaches, all of that was totally like for me. It wasn't in my mind back then watching this movie before until now. I didn't live in Wisconsin.
Have you ever been to Rockford?
Oh yeah, I got a homeboy there. Yeah.
So I remember going through Rockford and seeing the fucking emblem for the Peaches.
Rockford Peaches thing. Oh, I don't know. I just never. Yeah. I guess I never thought of it.
And I never did it back in the day, but more recently watching it, and it wasn't the first time I did it. Now I just wanted to just reiterate the facts about the women's baseball league, but there was a team from Milwaukee added later on that actually won the championship the only year they were in the league.
No shit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's dope. Next, you're gonna be like, yeah, my aunt played for him. No,
yeah.
That's crazy.
They call it a super arm, son. You know what I'm saying?
Anyway, no. So yeah, I just thought that was funny because if you don't live in the Midwest, in the Chicagoland area, up into Wisconsin, you don't know these towns. You don't know Rockford. You don't know Kenosha. You don't know Racine. He'll be like,
South Bend was the other one. South Bend
was the other one. And if you don't know Notre Dame, you might not know South Bend if you're not a sports fan. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know South Bend was so close until I went to a Notre Dame game. One of the greatest moments of my life. But anyway, um, but yeah, so that was interesting to me. You know what I'm saying? How that kind of played out because geographically now I know they're catching buses. These places aren't far. That league was very small,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't think of that. You know what I'm saying? And the wartime, that the whole dynamic of this movie was wild to me in that way.
Well, it's
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
it's crazy because literally there's only 4 teams,
Yeah, yeah,
and they built an entire season on 4 teams.
yeah.
Like
Traveling playing each other.
like they're like, oh, we're not going to get into the playoffs. Well,
You know
what
what?
play? Like, what the fuck place are you in? Are you in fourth place? Fourth place don't make the playoffs. How the fuck
I
does the
think
playoffs work?
you sure there was only four? I thought it was like 6 or 8 teams.
There was only 4 teams in
That
in the
first
movie
season.
in the movie.
In the first season. Yeah.
And I'm trying to think historically. I feel like the first season there was only 4 teams. I think.
No, I believe you. Maybe they added some later.
Well, there was tons of teams added later on because the
Okay.
women's baseball league went until
I think 6 years.
the 60s. No, it went to the
Oh,
60s.
longer.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I didn't think that. Okay.
But professionally, it was only the 1 year. Literally after this season,
Oh, right. Okay.
all the military people came back
Came
and
back.
they restarted regular baseball.
Yeah.
So this it was only special to the world for
Right.
this 1 year.
That's wild. That's wild. And I also thought it was interesting how they showed Gina Davis's character catch it from the little black girl. And there was like this little quick moment where they show, okay, well, black people still aren't allowed to even walk on the field. They're not allowed to play. That was interesting to me, but she noticed, like, okay, little girl got an arm. I thought that was interesting. I thought, it's a little quick thing they just wanted to show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like that kind of shit in movies, but they don't get deep into it. They just show you something real quick to show you that it's still like this, though, right? You know what I'm saying? That was dope. I thought the baseball action scenes held up. They're still fucking great. Like they still had you like, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they were completely great, especially all the trick plays. Like you got Gina Davis doing the splits, the behind the back catch, fucking Rosie O'Donnell falling in the stands and grabbing a hot dog after catching the ball.
That's right.
I mean, all of that shit is crazy. And the other shit that's crazy is how many random actors are in the movie that aren't famous yet.
Yeah, right.
Like the Ann Cusack, Shirley Baker, the one that can't read.
Oh, that's right. That's John Cusack.
Yeah. So she
Amy
was
or
in
Ann?
it.
Is it Amy Cusack?
Ann.
It is Ann. Yeah.
So she was in it. People were unfamiliar. That's American Beauty, right? I'm pretty sure American Beauty.
Yep.
And then you had the I can never say her name, and I'm not even gonna lie, I'm gonna say it because I don't give a fuck. But I had a crush on the first baseman chick from Racine, who actually is the chick from Bad Boys. But I didn't have a crush on her in Bad Boys. I had a crush on her.
I can't remember who that is.
It's her name is I can never say it right. It's T. Leone.
Oh, Téa Leoni. It's Téa.
Téa Leoni.
Téa Leoni. Yeah.
So
yeah.
I didn't have a crush on her in Bad Boys, but
she got a distinct face, bro. She got a cute, distinct face.
But in this movie, she was tight. I thought.
Yeah.
And but this is young me. This is young me thinking she's tight.
Sure it is, buddy.
Hey, man. You ain't got to put my business out there, sir.
Hey, I don't care. I still thought looking at this movie, I still thought Gina Davis was hot looking at this movie. I'm not gonna front. She has a distinct, beautiful face. You know what I'm saying? It made me look at Madonna like, yo, why did we ever think Madonna was hot? She never was to me. I was young and stupid.
And now she's got. We ain't get to talk about her on here, but
No, but I mean, we don't even need to say it. Go Google her.
Yeah. She got the Lil' Kim treatment, son. That's what we're saying.
Yo, I mean,
Exactly. But yeah, lots of actors that are famous after
John Lovitz. John Lovitz as the manager killed it. And he
Hilarious.
wasn't. I was back when he was only doing side roles. He only had those little bitty line parts. I don't know how much he's done since because I can't keep track with John Lovitz's career. But yeah, I mean, back then he was that guy who would have that little small part.
Yep.
He was the asshole. He fucking made probably millions of dollars being that motherfucker over and over movies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which was dope. That was dope when he came into it.
Yeah. He had a great role in the movie. I like
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Like
But yeah, man.
the funniest part of John Lovitz in the movie to me, and I never caught it when I was younger.
Mhm.
Um,
I know exactly what part you're about to say, yo, because I didn't either.
so when the girls are running onto the train and he puts his sir, your knee, and he don't give a fuck.
No, no. And then there was a point where I don't remember how he said it. Yo, he killed it. Because there was a point where I don't know how he said it, but he's basically like, yo, I'm about to go get some pussy. You know what I'm saying? But he said it in like a metaphorical way, innuendo way. And I didn't catch that back then. I didn't catch that till this time. Did this
Yeah.
motherfucker just go tell them, yo, he's about to go get a hooker, basically? Like, I was like, word.
Give the wife a little pickle tickle, and I'll be on my
Yeah,
way.
pickle tickle. That was pickle tickle. That shit fucked me up. I'm like, did he just tell them he's gonna get what? That's what it was. Give the wife a little pickle tickle. And I was like, yo, that's how they did it back then? That's how they hit it?
That's how they did it. That's how they hit it.
Yeah, that shit fucked me up. I was like, did he just say pickle tickle?
Oh man, but yes, so there was a lot of great scenes and
Loved it.
a lot of great actors that made the movie what it was. I
Yeah.
thought, obviously, I don't know the complete history of the whole girls baseball league thing,
Mhm.
but I thought that they did great. I thought it was great.
Yeah, I thought it was great. I thought the I thought I from what I remember back then, it was extremely accurate historically, the movie. Like
Okay.
from what I remember, they like every little detail, and that's a shout to what's his name that played the Marshall, Gary Marshall. That's who also played the
Oh,
what am I saying? The manager, the owner. Gary Marshall is a stickler for that, and he killed it with this movie. I mean, like he's a stickler for getting every little detail. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And he killed that with this movie because I can't imagine that any of that's off. You know what I mean? Now the series, it's not Gary Marshall, so I don't know what's going on with the series, so I can't speak on that.
Well, like I said, I'd watched 2 episodes, and it
Yeah.
seems like they're, like you
Now I'm gonna have
said.
to check it out. You know.
I mean, like I said, it could completely be completely different from what I think it is after just watching it. But literally, after 2 episodes, there was a lesbian kiss scene. There was
Wow.
um there was a prominent about um the black woman wanting to be a player in the league, and I'm pretty sure she gets in, she kills it. I'm pretty sure
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
from the vibe they were giving off, I think that's the direction it's going.
Now
So
I'm curious to watch it, and I'm also curious to see how accurate that is. You know what I'm saying?
so maybe
Would
they're
surprise me.
yeah.
You know?
It's very interesting how
Yeah. I mean, because we don't know what happened those later years after that. I mean, I don't. Some people do. But, you know.
yeah.
Um. So we will see. What do you give it? How many claws?
Um I will I'll give it a 4. I'm not gonna give the 5 for it. I'll give it a 4. Um I mean, I love the movie, but
Mhm.
I feel like there's probably some things that maybe could have been better. Maybe
Sure.
certain dialogue parts, maybe certain
Right.
characters
Right.
that could have maybe been better. But not many flaws. Not many
Right.
flaws for me. I enjoyed it, but yeah, solid 4.
Yeah. I give it the same. I don't see any flaws. Um. Except the fact that it's. I mean, it was supposed to be cheesy. It was supposed to be a family movie, so that's why it doesn't get the 5. Right.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
there was a rated R League of Their Own, you know what I'm saying, that might change my mind. But there was still a family cheesiness to it. But we love it. But that's why you love it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I give it a 4. I give it a solid 4. Nostalgia's sake, 4.5, but I'm not giving it that. It's 4. You know what I'm saying? I could even drop down to 3.5 if it, because here's what I look at it like: if we hadn't seen all these actors afterwards, and I just based it on just that movie without having the nostalgia of seeing these actors, like, oh, this is cool, watching this again, it could be three
Mm.
and a half. But that's still good. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
still a good movie, but I give it a 4. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yep.
It holds up.
Yeah. Solid
Um,
4 for me.
yeah. And you know what I thought going in, I one of the main things I was watching going back into the movie is I thought, are the baseball scenes gonna hold up? That was the main thing I thought. Like, are the
Mm.
action baseball scenes gonna hold up? And they did, and that surprised me. So that's another reason why I just go ahead and bump it to 4. Um, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was good, man. It was a good
So
one.
it was good. I'm glad we watched that one actually. Yeah. And now we have
42.
42. 42. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you let me go on that one first, or
So so I know parts of the Jackie Robinson story. Um, this movie made me look up even more
Mhm.
stuff as far as baseball stuff, like
Sure.
statistic stats. Because I did know he was, the first official um black baseball player in the majors.
Right.
Obviously,
Right.
obviously, there was the all Negro leagues,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
at that
Negro
time,
baseball. Mhm.
but but yeah,
And
so
Satchel Paige and them were too old at that point, kind of thing. Josh Gibson, them. Yeah.
yeah, and they touched on
They
that, right?
did
But
a
yeah,
little bit. Yeah.
um, I actually really liked um the Harrison Ford character.
Branch Rickey, right.
I think they almost couldn't have picked a better person to play that role.
I agree. I agree. Yeah, he killed that role, and it was subtle, right? Like, he didn't have to do too much to kill that role. But he did. He did. Um,
It's just
but
sometimes it's just Harrison Ford's presence, like
he's just
acting. You
good.
know what I'm saying?
He's just good. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because he didn't wow. I mean, he doesn't wow you. You know what I'm saying? It's not like
It's
he
just
just
like
comes on the screen and you're like, whoa, it's Harrison Ford. It's just you believe he's the person he's playing.
and I
You
just
know what
I
I'm
just
saying?
think that's a flawless statistic of him being a veteran actor. I just think that's what it
That's
is.
true. Yeah. No, I agree with that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's
Okay.
like,
So
yeah,
go
go ahead.
good. No good.
Well, I was just saying because you see new actors that don't have much experience, and
Yep.
you could tell that they're not experienced. And then
Yeah.
when you get a veteran actor, it's almost like they they kill every role that they do potentially.
Yeah. Like my dad used to always say that shit. He said a good actor can make you forget you're watching them.
Yeah.
Right. You forget you're watching an actor. You think you're watching that character. And he did that very well. You know what I'm saying? He does it well all the time, but I think he really did it with this one because Branch Rickey had that. From what everything I've heard about him, he had a specific kind of nature about him. He spoke that way. You know, he never got loud.
Yeah.
I've heard that before. It was always very direct, soft spoken. You know, um, chill demeanor. Um, I thought they showed the relationship between him and Jackie Robinson. I thought that was a dope element of the movie.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty historically accurate in terms of they had a pretty good relationship, from what I know. Um, I thought it was good. I didn't think it was great. I thought I
I
think
also didn't think it was great.
I thought it was slow in the beginning. Um, I thought Chadwick Boseman, obviously rest in peace, was a great actor. I thought this was cool, but it didn't. His acting didn't wow me in this specifically. It was cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
it didn't blow me away. I actually thought some of it was like a little like I like he didn't make me believe he was Jackie Robinson. I felt like I was watching Chadwick Boseman. You see the difference
Oh,
in that?
yeah, I can agree with that.
And maybe that's because I've been tainted
Wasn't
such
this
Chadwick Boseman.
early? Wasn't this early, Chadwick though? Um, I don't
I think
think
it's before Black Panther.
I think this
I don't know
was
how early
hold on, let me see. I feel like this was his first major role actually. Let me hold on.
was it?
Yeah, oh
Okay.
no. No, no, yes, because he didn't play the main role. He was just a co-star in the Ernie Davis story, The Express.
Oh yeah.
So he
That was
wasn't
a great movie.
the main role in there. And this
Yeah,
movie, the Jackie Robinson story 42 came out in 2013 and that was literally only his
I didn't know it was
third
that long ago.
it was only his third movie.
I didn't realize that was that long ago. Yeah, no, I guess I remember now though when everybody when they touted him to play him, everybody was like, "Oh wow, Chadwick Boseman got this big role." I do remember that now. Yeah.
But
Well,
then
that's fine.
but this role built him is what it was. This
Yeah,
I mean
yeah.
as far as the movie, I mean talking outside the movie, this role technically built him to fame.
As a major Hollywood actor, as a guy who can carry a whole movie. Yeah,
This is the one because after
yeah,
this, he did the James Brown joint. After this,
yeah. He killed that. Yeah,
he got the Black Panther role. And once you're
okay.
in Marvel and you have a major role, that's it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, well, yeah. Jackie Robinson would get you James Brown because they're like, okay, obviously somebody in Hollywood believed that he made them believe he was Jackie Robinson. That's just me.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
that's what's up. Okay, and so then I take a little bit of that back and give him a little benefit of the doubt. Then,
Because
right?
it was early. Because it was
It's
early.
early, so he's growing. He's growing as an actor. Which now that you say that, I can see. You know what I'm saying? Um, I thought it was
He might have even gotten acting coached by Harrison Ford in during this movie.
oh, I would almost guarantee he at least picked up some shit.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, and just they're both of their demeanors, they probably got along from what I kind of gather from their demeanors. You know what I'm saying? From their personalities. Um, here's a funny thing. I thought they needed more baseball.
Yes,
That was one thing about. I'm like,
there was
where's the
not
baseball?
much. There was not much.
You
I
know?
mean, I almost think I know it happened a lot to him early,
Yeah.
but I think they focused heavy on that one scene with the what was the team he was on? The
Montreal
no
first.
no 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 no
Well, before that.
the racist dude that kept fucking with him. What team was he on? The
Oh, when he was already on the Dodgers, you're saying.
yeah.
I
So like
forget what team that was. Was it
like
Cleveland? No.
like the guy that kept fucking with him.
Yeah, I can't remember what team that
Why
was, to
can't
be
I
honest.
think?
Um,
Uh
but later that dude never played again or never came back to the league again. They said at the
no,
end.
he and I actually looked it up and saw the I saw the real life picture that they
Yeah.
took together. It's crazy.
Oh, that is wild. I think I remember seeing the picture at some point, but and this movie was definitely historically accurate. They pretty much nailed everything. Um, I think it's funny. Like he said, so we ain't got to touch hands, and they touched the bat. That
Yeah.
was pretty wild. If he actually said that shit to him, that's pretty fucking wild.
Yeah, he snapped.
Uh,
He snapped.
yeah, that's there's a lot of those where I wonder if how much of the dialogue was real. Which I'm sure there's people that they might be able to go back and be like, yeah, I remember Jackie said this and this he said this and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
want to discount that. It might have been. But yeah, I really felt like I needed more baseball scenes. I thought it was dope the way they showed that he was so good at stealing bases because that was one of the main things when he came in. Everybody, his base running was incredible. Um, when they said he hit 687 in that season, bro, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah,
Like, yo,
that was insane.
I'm surprised they ain't kill his ass. I'm just saying, it's not like, yo, 687?
But I wish so the thing that I wish happened is
I just spilled my water.
I wish
Good.
that they like you said more baseball to where I think they should have dragged time wise
Seasons.
out until he won the World Series. I think that should have been.
Yeah, that's what I didn't understand. Why wouldn't you show the most? I mean, I know it's 7 years, but his struggle didn't end after that season. We know this history. That was one thing too. I was gonna say too is why only just tell this if give us more. I felt like this was Disney's version, and I don't even know if it was a Disney.
I don't. I
Well, it doesn't matter. I don't want to
I
shit
don't.
on anybody. I don't want to shit on. Well, fuck Disney. I don't care about shit on them. But anyway, my point is this: I felt like this was like the third grade biography you get at the library story of Jackie Robinson, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel
You only did the one season,
yeah,
and
you're trying to teach kids. I want more.
and they didn't even win the World Series that year.
They won the pennant and went to the World Series.
But yeah, but I mean, he was a all-star almost every year after that. Like he
That's
was.
what I'm saying. No, I'm agreeing. I'm like, yo, so why
Yeah.
wouldn't you show
So
us more of his career and show us more of who he is? Show
yeah.
us more of him being a father later on. All that. Now,
or or or
I
or
agree.
even show. Yeah, I think they should have showed more baseball and also incorporated when other black players got in the league and his relationship with them. Like all
Yep,
of that shit should have
yep.
happened.
But they could have showed his because he knew Satchel Paige, he knew Josh Gibson. They all thought he was Uncle Tom, quote unquote, right? Because they like, oh, he's going to league because he's the shiny Negro. He's the one that everybody likes in the ties and shit. That's how they would say it. Is what I'm saying. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that's how they would say it. Like, and the only reason they didn't go is because they was a little old and nobody liked Satchel Paige. Satchel Paige had an attitude. Nobody liked it. Josh Gibson had an attitude. I hit anybody. They didn't like that. They didn't like that bolstering back then. So a lot of people back then had this kind of attitude towards Jackie Robinson. I think that's something you need to show. But you can't show that in a movie where you're trying to teach kids who Jackie Robinson is. I feel
Yeah.
like we already had those. We know that story. I want more, but I didn't make the film. But I did think it was good. I didn't think it was crazy good, but I thought it was good. You know, yeah, I don't know. Uh, it also makes me wonder, like it. I'm trying to say this in the right way. How, like it's historically accurate,
Yeah.
but like if it's not, how much so? Because they showed all the different stories of the players afterwards and stuff. But like, did all those players get interviewed? Like did the dude with the bat holding the bat with him? Did he come back and say this is what happened? Like, did he get to defend himself in any way? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like,
Mm.
all that's interesting to me because he might look. We don't know this full story. Even if history tells you a story, you still don't know the full story, right? So I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, he never came back again, but did him and Jackie Robinson reconcile? You know what I'm saying? What was it really all that good? Because it was a quick turnaround in that movie from when his teammates were like, "We don't want him to arm around him. I got your back because I
Yeah.
read some death threat letters."
He's a teammate. And
I don't
and
think
uh
that I don't think that happened that
and
quickly. I
and
think it
and
took
and,
long.
and I mean, the real weird part was when old dude was like, "I want you to shower with me, Jackie." Like, what
Bro.
the fuck was that shit?
Yeah, yeah. A little sus. You know what I'm saying it was a little like, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about that one. Yeah, I don't know, man. That there's some flaws in this one. Um,
Like
and
that, like
and
that one made me like when that happened, I was like, usually when I watch a movie, I just, I'm just in my chill zone watching it. I feel like my eyes went like this when he said that. I
yeah,
don't know.
like word. Yeah, yo,
Like
I kind of felt the same way. Like, did that happen historically? Is that accurate? I don't know, bro. I don't know. But it was like I said, it was good. I thought the score was really good. I felt like I was watching Star Wars or some shit with the score. You know what I'm saying? Like moments where I was like, this isn't even that hype of a
who
moment, but
did
they got
who
me
did
into it.
who did the
I don't
score
know,
again?
dude. I don't know. Actually, I
Let
have to
me
look that up.
I'm gonna look it up real quick. Hold on.
Okay.
Two.
I mean, I like seriously. At some point I noticed I was like, man, this score is great. Like towards the end, I'm like, this part isn't even building up that much, and I'm sitting there like pumped.
So Mark Isham did the score.
That sounds familiar. I feel like I've seen that name a lot.
I'm typing his name to see what pops up,
What? Yeah. What else he do? And who
and
directed this? I don't remember who directed this.
I will look that up. So Mark Isham. Uh, hmm. I mean, based on the other movies he did. Oh, okay.
What other
Yeah.
movie?
So he did Crash.
Oh, that's an incredible movie.
He did. I love
I mean,
Crash.
yo, we might have to do that one.
Yeah, I like Crash a lot, and I haven't seen it in a while actually. But
Yeah, I haven't seen it since I first saw it.
Crash, that movie, The Warrior. You ever see The Warrior? That's
No,
like
I
a.
don't think
It's
so.
like it's like an MMA fighter movie
No,
with.
I don't think so.
It's actually a really good movie. It's
Okay.
damn. He did Point Break. He did some shit in there. He did some.
Yo, Point Break was the illest, son. I think didn't they redo that movie? I never watched it when they redid it.
They did do a remake. I
Was it
didn't watch.
corny? Did you watch it?
I didn't watch the remake
I can't bring myself to
it
it.
looked corny to me.
Yeah. I can't do it. If it ain't
Um,
Patrick Swayze and the Keanu.
I mean,
But
this dude's amazing. He's done tons of like I could go through the list on and on. There's tons of movies that you've seen that you know
yeah, I knew I had seen that movie. Okay, or that name. Excuse me.
that he's done. I mean, recently one of the more recent ones he did. I don't know if you saw this. I believe I watched it on HBO, but it was the that Judas and the Black Messiah. Did you see that movie?
I haven't seen that yet.
It's
And
really
my brother looked at me like, "You ain't seen that fucking movie, yo. You gotta watch it." I'm like, "All right,"
it's
but I
good.
forgot about it until right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's cold. That's cold. But
that's gonna be happening this week, brother.
I mean, he did October Sky.
Oh shit, yeah.
He did
These are big pictures too, so the score is a big deal. Yeah.
he did some of the score and Save the Last Dance, Freedom Writers.
Oh, that's not a good one to name. Say the Last Dance. You should have left that one out. I'm
I
just saying.
said it. I said. I mean, it was popular back in the day, though.
I know I'm playing, bro. I'm playing. I actually had
Met
a crush on Julia Stiles back then.
a lot of people did.
Yeah, she had that weird look. I don't know what about her. Yeah.
Not Save the Last Dance for me. 10 Things I Hate About You was my one.
Oh, that's one of my favorite movies ever. I don't mean Save the Last Dance. I meant her but no,
Okay,
10 Things I Hate About You is my shit. And that's where the crush probably began. But no, the movie 10 Things I Hate About You, that's my shit, yo. That movie's fucking great.
that's my
Like,
shit. That's crazy.
well, you know why? You
You know
want to
what?
hear a story? You want
It's
to hear a story of how I
crazy.
thought? What's up?
Why is it so crazy to me that we've never really had full talks about movies we like, and some of our favorite movies are the same.
Yeah, it's not crazy, man. When we
well,
get along, it's easy. Happens.
yeah, but I guess I just wouldn't think that. I don't know.
Oh well, not many people would think the movies I like are my favorite movies. Like like three of my favorite movies are Good Will Hunting, Forrest Gump, 10 Things I Hate About You. Those are three of like my top movies. People would not guess those if I just asked them, "Hey, guess what one?" You know what I'm saying?
And I love all those movies, but
Yeah.
I'm a big Tarantino fan, so Pulp Fiction is my shit.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, I love Tarantino, but I honestly don't put those as my favorite movies, though. You know what I'm saying? I honestly, when I first saw Pulp Fiction, I thought everybody overrated it. I had to go back and watch it again to really fully get it. I know that sounds crazy. Maybe it's my age. I don't know, time period, whatever. But I just didn't. It didn't connect with me like everybody else like that.
Hmm.
It took another time of watching it down the road, and I was like, all right, maybe I should check this out again because everybody's raving about it. I'm like, I just didn't. You know what I'm saying? And then my dad actually was like, "Yo, it's a masterpiece." And so I went back and watched it, and I got what everybody was talking about. Fucking fantastic film. But at first, it didn't hit me like that. But
Okay.
Tarantino films, I think they're written to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think they're supposed to do that to you. What was I gonna say? 10 Things I Hate About You. What was we saying? Oh, I don't know. I forgot. Damn, I had this point I was gonna make too about that. Um, about that the score and all that. Um, 10 Things I Hate. Oh, I was gonna say the reason I like 10 Things I Hate About You so much because this is funny actually. So, what was I gonna say? Disclaimer, everybody: if you got kids around, this is gonna be a drug story. So Take us out. Take us out. So one time I took some acid. I was like 21, something like that. I took some acid and we had one of them black boxes. Remember the black boxes back in the day? You hook up to your TV, you pay like $50 from somebody, and it would play, it would have channels, and one channel would play the same movie all day,
Oh
and then the
yeah,
other
yeah.
channel would play this different movie all day. Well, I took some acid and I took too much and and didn't come down as fast as I thought. So I'm fucked up. And I lay on my couch and I build like, because you know, when you're coming down from acid, you paranoid and shit. So I fucking built this like pillow blanket fort around me to protect myself. This is gonna be hilarious. People who done acid know what I'm talking about. He looking at me crazy, but and so that I could only see out like a slot, right? But I felt like I was safe, right? This is I know this is funny as fuck, but it's true. I felt like I was safe. So I built this slot so that I could lay down and see through the slot and watch 10 Things I Hate About You like 6 fucking times in a row, bro. Smoking weed, just trying to come down. And ever
That
since it's been my favorite movie. That is a 100% true story, yo.
Oh
Don't
shit.
do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs. Or do it and watch 10 Things I Hate About You. It was fucking great. It was a great time. Yeah. My roommates came home, bro. They're like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, oh, thank you. Glad y'all came home.
Oh
Oh, man, I just
man.
want to do it all day. But that's how 10 Things I Hate About You became one of my favorite movies. I
That's
watched it 6 fucking times, at least 6 times in a row, bro. Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
crazy.
It
That's
is.
crazy.
But it's a great movie. It was worth it.
I mean, I love the movie, but 6 times in a row, that's crazy.
I was fucked up. I probably fell asleep. I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you coming down from some shit, you stuck anyway on the couch smoking weed, trying to come down, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Anyway, so this has been a great episode of our
we went some whole different places.
anyway, they know us, man. They know our podcasts are gonna go different places. It's cool, man.
uh,
Um,
but yeah, 42
yeah. What you give it?
flaws.
What you give it? You
Now
want me to go first or you?
I went first last time.
Ah, no. Um, oh boy. It gets 3 claws barely. It gets 3 claws from me. Because I needed more baseball. The acting didn't carry it, and I knew the story too well already. So they didn't show me anything new. I didn't learn anything. I mean, a little bit, I guess, about what happened with the players after after this time period. I didn't learn anything. I thought it was a decent movie. The acting carried it, but it didn't carry it enough. I give it 3. It was cool. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. It's an average.
Despite me liking uh Chadwick, um, rest in peace. Also being a fan of Harrison Ford and things he's done in the past. Despite all that, um, 2.5.
Damn, I was gonna go 2.5 too. I was being generous.
And the reason, like you said, I was highly disappointed that they only did one season. I was highly
Yeah,
disappointed about it. Um,
yeah.
when the movie ended, I was like, wait, it's over?
I felt the same way.
I was like, they're not going to talk about. I'm like, what the fuck? That's how I felt when I was done. I was like,
Yeah,
why is it over already? And then and
same
then
here.
and then I'm literally going back and I'm looking, hold on, that's not. And I'm looking stat shit and I'm like, why the fuck did they only do this?
And they tell
So
you he won the World Series 7 years later, but they couldn't show
so
some of that.
so that being that they only focused on the first season and then basically it ended with them talking about how he inspired the one player that ended up
Yeah, the
being a
little kid, the
player
little
later
kid.
on. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, okay,
yeah.
whatever. That's cool, I guess.
And then
But
42's worn around the league.
yeah.
Like
So
I think yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I wanted, yeah, I wanted more of, like you said, more of the baseball. I wanted more of the seasons. I wanted them to show more of that. And the fact that there was a lot of dialogue and dialogue was good. Like the Harrison Ford dialogue was good. I thought he played the character very well, that he played. Um, but I think there was almost too much dialogue,
Right. Not
um,
right.
and not enough about him as an athlete or the even more of the more amazing things that he was able to do. I mean,
Yeah.
they showed him steal home base one time. Like he did
Right.
he did the whole revolution one time, and that was supposed to make you believe that he did that often.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
only showed it one time. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. I
and
mean, I
and I feel
yeah.
like that, and I know it was a major part because they wanted people to know that he got, racially profiled and picked on hardcore. I know they wanted to do that, but that scene was long as fuck.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
scene was like 20 damn minutes, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I felt like we already know that part. Tell us some other shit. Tell it, give us some new shit. More insight to how that happened or something. It
Yeah.
it fell short.
So I actually wasn't
Yeah.
even all that disappointed that I waited this long to see it for the first time because
No, like I said, I never planned to watch it. I only watched it for this. I would have gave it 3. I got to go back, man. I got to agree with you on 2.5. You made some good. You made points where I'm like, yeah, I'm being generous with 3. I'm being generous because I don't want to give it 2.5, but that's what it deserves. You're right. It deserves 2.5. So I wouldn't recommend this movie to people unless you don't know the Jackie Robinson story at all. Then
yeah.
it's worth showing kids, right?
I mean, yeah, it could give you some inspiration, like as a
Yeah,
young kid. It could do
yeah,
that.
100%. Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like
but
Rudy did for people, right?
yeah,
That's true. Rudy didn't do shit. Rudy played a down.
yeah, but so all right, now I just have to say this real quick. So now that you
Yeah, I'm a
brought
Notre Dame fan too,
not
bro.
but now that you brought Rudy up, um,
I
I
mean,
love
it's going to turn into a whole nother episode, by the way.
hold
But go ahead,
on
let's go.
though, but I love that movie,
I love it too.
but the thing that I never could get past watching Rudy is that every time I saw dude play Rudy,
Sean Astin.
I instantly think of Encino Man.
Yo. Oh my God. I hated Encino Man so much, bro. That's funny. That's funny. I forgot he was even in it. And
Oh man.
so the funny thing about that is there's a whole lot of shit. Maybe we should do Rudy because that's a hell of a funny. That's a dynamic that's wild. And me being a Notre Dame fan, which not anymore. I'm not a Notre Dame fan so much anymore. I was when I was younger. Anyway, but I love the movie
Well,
then because of that.
I think a lot of people were
Yeah, 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 yeah.
like Notre Dame and Georgia Tech were huge.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, I stayed a Notre Dame fan up until a few years ago. I just, as you get older, you start to see through shit. And I'm like, wait a minute. So I've been a fan of a fucking Catholic school all these years. Like, why? Like, what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, that's over with. You know what I'm saying? And I got my home teams, Arizona and Louisville and shit. No point. I just liked Notre Dame when they had like Rocket and Tony Rice and all that shit. Eric, and not Eric B. I mean, that was Colorado, but Jerome Bettis. You know what I'm saying? It was
Yeah,
more
yeah, yeah.
nostalgia now. You know what I'm saying? But um, but yeah, we should do Rudy. We should. We should maybe do Rudy in the program. Rudy in the program, bro.
Oh, dog. The program?
Defense. Bro.
Bro, the program is my
Yo,
shit.
yo, let us know in the comments when y'all watch this if y'all think we should do the program and what other football movie we should do with it. Rudy, you know. Oh no, you know what would be dope? Fuck Rudy, man. Fuck Rudy. Fuck that shit. The program and either Friday Night Lights or any given
Oh,
Sunday. Or any given Sunday. Which one?
I can't pick because I love
Bro, we
all
might have to
three of
do
those.
all 3. We might have to do a football episode and do all 3
I
and
love
make
all
it
three of
longer.
those movies. I love
I do too.
all
We
of them.
we might have to holler at Pesto and them and do all 3 and just make it a longer episode, hour and a half or something. Too.
Yeah, those are three of
Bro,
my
I could talk about them
favorite.
motherfuckers all
I
day, bro.
love those movies.
Yo, me too. All 3 of them. Yes. We can even get into the LL Jamie Foxx fight because that's some real shit. There's the more details have come out since then.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Bellamy laid it all out.
Yo, I watched that shit. Did you watch him talk
Yeah,
about it?
Bellamy laid it all out. That shit was crazy.
Yo, dog, dog. I'd pay money to go back in a time machine and see that whole shit. Be Al Pacino over there like, come on, what are you doing? Oh, I
Hey,
could just imagine,
you
bro.
did pretty good, Pacino. That was pretty good.
Hey, I'm a son of man. I'm a family man. No, I
And
love
Friday
Pacino.
Night
I love
Lights,
Pacino.
amazing, man.
Yo, that movie,
Amazing.
come on, man. 9.5, but I still got wood. That movie's, yo, that movie's incredible. I couldn't believe how good that movie was when I saw it. I was like, yo, this shit's gonna be stupid. I'll go, in the theater with my people and shit. It
It's
was
so
great.
good. It's so good.
So good. So good. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, yeah. I think we just got enough for another episode.
Yeah. I
um,
think either that's the next one or
we'll figure
the
it out.
one after or something. Like,
Yeah, we gotta hit basketball movies too, which would be hard for me. But
well, one of my favorite basketball movies is not one that should be famous, but I just liked it because I like the vibe of it. Is Sunset Park.
Oh, come on, son. Sunset Park was the shit.
I loved Sunset Park.
Yeah, it was a great movie. You know what I'm saying? Was that Fredro? Was that Fredro in that?
He
Yeah,
was in
Fredro
that.
was in that
Yeah.
one. He killed that shit. That was his first acting role, like that was major in any way. He killed that. Who was Spaceman? That was man. Hey man, that was
That was
homeboy Terrence
him.
Howard.
Yep.
That was his major first role. Getting high on the back of the bus and shit. Hey man, say man. I'm sorry. I could do Hustle and Flow at any point too. I love that movie. I'm just saying, I love that fucking way. Hey man, skinny man, you know, you used to go high school together, man. Anyway, I can do that movie all day too.
Hustle and Flow is crazy.
I love that movie, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, I love that movie, man. I can't help it now. I'm gonna be talking like him for 2 days now. I'll be like, hey man, say man, skinny man. And you can just play my tape, man, we went to high school together, man.
Yo, why the fuck is the producer that skinny, ugly white dude?
Because I don't know, but that dude fit that. I don't know, but that shit he fit that character so good, bro.
Yo, that's one of the ugliest dudes I ever seen in my whole life.
Ever, bro. Ever. He was in another movie before, wasn't he?
He was in a movie called The Nice Guy, and it's where
that's with the ball, the dog, where he's like, it's not good if it's your own dog.
Dog, that's the movie where the fucking principal lady, like, he literally gets the nickname Broke Dick.
Yo, that movie was fucking hilarious. That movie was so damn funny. I forgot about that movie, but it was so fucking funny, bro.
Dick, son. What the
yo? Oh man, we got to play this back because we got a bunch of movie ideas, man, and see what Pesto say, man. But this shit is man.
Like Ram said, anybody watching this episode,
let us know what you think.
Tell us what movies we should do next in the comments. If we're, if there's some that you think that we didn't point out, let us know. But this has been a great episode, man.
Yeah, man. Give us some basketball movie suggestions, all that shit.
We covered League of Their Own, 42, a recap, 42. League of Their Own, got it a solid 4 across the board. Dope movie. Definitely check it out if you've never seen it in your life. It's definitely a dope movie.
I'm about to go check the series too.
And then 42.
42.
Not recommended for
a disappointing 2.5. Yeah.
So
and the 2.5 might be generous depending on who you are. Just saying.
We didn't give it the 0 Teen Wolf, so
No, it didn't. It didn't get the Teen Wolf treatment.
Or what? Celtic Pride, right?
Yo, I don't know. I don't even know what we talked about. I didn't know we talked about Celtic Pride. I don't know what you're talking about. I've never seen it. Technically, I've never seen it.
Hi, man. Anyway, but yeah, this has been Pick Apart the Flick.
Wait. It has been and it's still going. One sec. So from now on, if a movie's trash, if it's like 1 or less, we just saying Teen Wolf. Teen Wolf, bro. I'm not even giving you a
yo, son. That got the Teen Wolf, son.
Teen Wolf. Teen Wolf.
Hey, you know what's funny though, real quick, is after we broke down Teen Wolf, there's literally been people that have randomly come up to me that when I mentioned like, oh, we started doing a podcast and we broke down Teen Wolf and whatever. Teen Wolf was so good. I'm like, oh no, no, it was not. It was
That
not
happened
good.
more than once.
Yeah, bro.
Get the fuck out of here, yo.
And then I'll correct them. I'll be like, wait, you're talking about Teen Wolf the movie, like the new one, right? They're like, yeah, it was so amazing.
Oh boy. Well, this has been, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great podcast. I don't know what to say to that. We're gonna end it right there, yo. Because that is 100%. Yo, what the kids say, that's cap. That's two baseball caps and a fedora. That's two baseball caps, a fedora.
I ain't never wore a fedora in my life.
Yo, it's been Pick Apart the Flick. My man, I'll at you, man.
All right, man. Peace.
Peace, y'all.